This is a beautiful holiday park overlooking Lake Tekapo. I booked 2 nights originally, but extended my stay to 5 nights because I loved the views and the location. As far as I know, it is the only holiday park in Tekapo. Free Wi-Fi is provided to guests. Most of the reviews for this park were positive, but I will point out areas that people have complained about in the reviews as I go through the video, so you can decide if this park is right for you. The layout of this park is quite strange. You have to check in at the office and then drive down the road to the holiday park, which is then up a steep hill. Frustratingly, you have to stop on the steep part of the driveway and enter your PIN code, which I found quite difficult while towing a caravan. At the top of the steep slope is the dump station, which is a really strange place to put it, as the map shows that people are supposed to drive in and out in the direction of my arrow, and most of the little roads are narrow one-way roads. As a result of this, I drove my waste down to the public dump station on the waterfront instead of using the holiday park's dump station. The holiday park's dump station often had lines of 3 or 4 vehicles in the mornings, but the public dump station on the waterfront was spacious and easy to access, so I would use that instead. The powered lake view sites have amazing views of the lake. The view from some of these sites is incredible. One complaint I saw online was that some people thought they were getting a lake view site, but it turned out their view was of trees instead. When you book online, you need to actually choose the lake view option, and I think it's more expensive. So do be aware that not every powered site has a lake view. If you look at my photo, you'll see the holiday park is in the gap between the trees. The lake view sites have a view between the gap and the trees, but some sites face into the trees, so then you won't get a lake view. I booked an unpowered site in mid-October, which is springtime in New Zealand rather than the busy summer period. The unpowered sites in October were $25 per night, but people renting duty vehicles or those with New Zealand Motor Caravan Association membership were offered 10% off, so I paid $22.50 per night. The prices go up sharply in summertime. I think by mid-November onwards the prices were already double what I paid in mid-October. As I said, it's the only holiday park in the area, so without competition they can charge those higher prices. I made a video about a freedom camp that's about 7 kilometers outside of Tekapo if you want to consider that and save some money. It's in the Freedom Camping video playlist that I made. The unpowered sites are really too short for caravans. It says on the website the sites are 8 meters long, but I think in my area they were more like about 7.3 meters, judging by the space left over on my site after I'd parked. If you look at this photo here of a rental van parked in an unpowered park near mine, you can see she's parked half a meter out onto the road because the site is too short. If it was the middle of summer with a lot of vehicles around, there's no way a caravan would be able to reverse into a site while everyone's vehicles are sticking out like that. So these unpowered sites may not be the best for people with caravans when the park is more crowded, but you can ask if they have a space that's more suitable and larger somewhere else. Something really annoying about these sites is they slope badly back towards the hill, and I had to use levelling ramps on both sides to correct it because the slope really was quite noticeable. The employees told me the ground hasn't settled properly yet after those levels were cut into the hill by earth movers. But aside from the sites being too short and sloped, I loved the view of the lake, and there were no trees blocking my solar panels, which was great. It's great to see this park has freshwater taps on both the front and back of every site, meaning you can either park your van forwards or backwards and always have a water tap near your van's water inlet. This is the main kitchen. It's nice and modern and has everything you need, including instant hot water. A number of reviews complain that this kitchen is far too small for the size of this holiday park. In the mornings it's crowded with people trying to cook breakfast and do their dishes, and I stayed in October when the park is not even that busy. I have my own kitchen in my caravan, so I wasn't affected by this, but if you're staying in tents or vans without kitchens, you need to be aware you might have to wait to use the kitchen because it is really quite small. And make sure you get up early on your departure morning, or you might not have enough time for breakfast and doing your dishes before the 10 AM checkout. There is a second kitchen, but it's smaller than the main kitchen. Here's the photos of that. The bathrooms are nice and modern also, with many toilets and showers to choose from. Showers are timed so you get 6 minutes of hot water per person. The showers are free, so you don't actually have to pay any extra money, but it is timed, so 6 minutes is all you get. Some people complained about the showers because the timing system is a bit confusing. It says to push the button, then get undressed, and after 30 seconds your shower will be warm when you switch on the tap, but in my experience it took over a minute for the hot water to come through, which means you're left standing there with your clothes off. Some people in the reviews said some of the showers were still cold even after waiting for over a minute, which was problematic for people who stayed in the middle of winter and they felt too cold waiting there. When I stayed, the sinks in the second bathroom were all blocked up. The bathrooms didn't look very clean, but that's partly because the holiday park was waiting for more cleaners to start working there, and also partly because a lot of backpackers stay at this park, and so the types of guests that they have here seem to leave the toilets and sinks looking a bit dirty with the toilet paper on the floor. The laundry room was good and wasn't crowded when I stayed. There is a washing line outside. You can find additional showers in the laundry room for disabled people and people with children who need more space than a little shower cubicle. Outside the park, the council is building a walkway, so there were diggers and fences around the place, but in the future the walkway will be quite beautiful. I stayed a month before the lupins flower, which is why there are no flowers in my photos. You can easily walk to the small supermarket from this holiday park and see beautiful views on your walk. The holiday park is also a very short distance from Tekapo Springs, so you can sit in the hot pools. I'll post a video showing my photos of the hot pools. In terms of noise, when I arrived at this holiday park, there was a group renting one of the large cabins, and they were having a loud party in the afternoon. I was hoping the noise would die down by sunset, but unfortunately the party went on until almost midnight. I bring earplugs for situations like this, so it wasn't a problem. Aside from that, there were no more loud parties on the remaining 4 nights. Wi-Fi is free, as I said, which is good because this park was completely out of radio tower range. My Wireless Nation modem detected no signal at all. I used 2 degrees for my mobile provider, and I wasn't able to pick up any mobile reception here. You can see on this wireless coverage map that the park is located in a dead spot, so my guess is that the hill here is blocking the tower signals. I think other providers have some coverage in this area though, because there was one lady talking on her phone, so she obviously had some coverage with her mobile phone provider. Customer service at the office was hit and miss. The lady I booked with was lovely, and then I went back to check in the next day, and the morning employees had that sort of backpacker lodge type of customer service where they acted like they were too cool to be there. So it was the opposite of the Tasman Christchurch holiday park I stayed in, where the customer service was amazing and professional. It's just a very different style because this place seems to be catering for the backpacker van life type of crowd, so that's the sort of customer service they've gone for. Most people staying here were young people in their 20s. Overall, I was really happy here and I have positive memories of this place. I was really happy with the rate that I paid per night in October, especially given it comes with free Wi-Fi and lake views of Tekapo. But I can understand why some people leave bad reviews if they're paying the really high summer rates and they have to put up with a crowded kitchen and blocked sinks in the bathrooms. So I can easily see it from that perspective as well, but the rate I paid was really quite good. So I was happy with it. Happy travels! Bye!